Oh boy, great. Alright, so let's just get this going here. Actually, let's just put a stopwatch to say when I'll be on. One question. Let's see. I'll be on in a few moments. Let's just put this up here. Let's see. Okay. We're just taking some time here, just waiting for this to start. Oh, nice! People are already here. Okay, just giving it some time. Trying to get my system set up here. Oh, there we go. Something's going on now. Oh man! Oh, Hannah's here too. Great! This is pretty awesome. It's so nice that you guys are all here so quickly. Shit, you guys rock. Shit, monkeys, man. Well, if everyone's already here, shit. I shouldn't be cursing so much. Shouldn't be cursing. Since everyone's kind of already here, we'll just kind of like start going, doing stuff. Shit, awesome. Thank you all for being here. I'm very excited, and I think you all can hear me, right? You all can hear me. I think you can. I hope you can. It looks like my mic's going through. Ah, okay, bad words, Trip. Okay, so yeah, so Hannah can hear me, so it's all good. All right, excellent, guys. So awesome to have you here. This time, I already did the Hero Academia video for today, but there's a lot of cool stuff that we can talk about, and there's a lot of cool things going on with just anime in general that I kind of just want to go through. Oh, Rambo's here too. Oh man, nice. All right, so here's how we're gonna rock and roll this. If there's any topic that you guys thought is interesting from the week, let me know in the comments. But we're just gonna go through this. We're gonna talk about the Hero Academia movie. We're gonna talk about the Hero Academia episode because Yonko Productions put up some new information yesterday, I think, and it's kind of disappointing if it's true. I'm not really sure what to make of it yet. We're gonna just have to. We're gonna read through it, just really quickly figure out what's going on, and then there's also new news about Fairy Tail Season 3, which I think is interesting. Are there any Fairy Tail fans in the audience there? Let me know. And yeah, overall, we'll just be talking about Hero Academia. Also, if there's any cool information, if there's any cool little points that you want to say about Hero Academia, go for it. That is, I guess, one of the big focuses of the channel and all that. But okay. Don't know this info yet. So let's go see what Yonko Productions was saying for the next episode of Hero Academia. So let's get it loaded up here. Alright. So let's get this thing here. Alright, so what Yonko Productions was pretty much saying. Can I zoom in so you guys can see it a little bit better? There will be villain with military training in My Hero Academia. Okay, cool. Thanks for this information. We'll talk about that in a minute, John. So what Yonko initially put out this information that there was going to be a pool episode. And from what we understand, it seems that the pool episode was based off of this spread, the Summer Hope. The Summer Hope came out like way back when. It was just a single, I think, page or two that was in one of the manga volumes maybe, or it was just like a bonus material. Anyway, this is a colored page of it, but I think that's what the pool episode's going to be working on, at least when it comes to the designs of the swimwear. We're probably going to be seeing this. So, interesting stuff here, but when we go back to this, Yonko initially, I think, put out that there was going to be a pool episode. But it seems that we're actually going to be getting a recap episode. This isn't good at all, right? From the perspective of, you know, you want to reintroduce people to the characters. Recap episodes are good. Unfortunately, the first episode of the season, especially with season 2, the recap episodes kind of suck. They're not that great. They're very boring. I don't enjoy them. They're just they're the worst things ever to have to just sit down and watch, especially because recapping Hero Academia, it's not super interesting because we're all really excited about Hero Academia. All the fans know what's going on with Hero Academia. Unfortunately, it has to happen because of just because of how the seasons work. You know, you want to get as many people as possible to understand what's going on. Oops, 1 second. Oh, god dang it. Sorry guys, that was my timer. Anyway, Hero Academia. So, what happened was that the second episode was the... Well, actually, the information is still kind of weird about this because Yonko is saying Funimation screen My Hero Academia Season 3 Episode 2. And then it turned out Season 3 Episode 1 is the recap episode with some original content. Yeah, I don't know, is that how you pronounce it, Jacinta? The question is whether or not this next episode is the original content going to be the full content. That's really the big question. The first episode was the second season. It gave us recap, and it also worked in some of the manga material, but it was still an overall boring episode. So I would say don't get super excited for tomorrow's episode. And then if it is some of the pool sequences, then great, we're awesome. It's going to be great. If we go down to see what any other people in the Reddit comments were saying, let's see if there was anyone with any more insights. Let's see. Okay, the reviews of the anime Boston premiere, the real story starts next week. So, okay. The way it's sounding, ideally, tomorrow's the pool episode with a lot of recap, but maybe still something enjoyable. We'll have to see. Okay. The original content better make up for it being mostly recap. Have you seen the promo pictures for the first episode? No! Are the promo pictures actually the pool episode? Because that would be interesting. If the pool episode is part of the recap, then everything's cool. If not... it'll be boring. We'll have to see. I'm going to watch it tomorrow, so it'll be an interesting thing. If anyone does have links to the screen caps for the episode, let me know. They're on Twitter. Okay, does Yonko Production have them on Twitter? Is that it? Because I'll go look on them. I'll go look for them right now. Okay, let's look for it. Yonko Productions, Haikyuu, come on, nope. Okay, just give me a second, we'll look for it. He's got to have it somewhere because Yonko's a pretty good provider for these type of things. No, just a lot of cool Hero Academia stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Then crisis averted. Awesome. Okay, well, if that is the first episode, it's all cool. Cool. You know, this looks like a really nice shot. Okay, guys, thank you so much for clarifying that on me. Like, that was a really interesting point for me. So I want to thank Jacinta and everyone else. Thanks. We got it. Cool. If this is tomorrow's episode, all great. All cool. Awesome. So... man, it's going to be awkward tying a recap into people in bathing suits. That's going to be really awkward, especially when you consider a lot of the recap's going to be Stain and him being bloody and him licking people. It's going to be really awkward. Anyway, okay, so that's tomorrow's episode. Potentially a recap along with the pool. So next up, let's talk about the things people are saying about the chapter real quick. So let's see. We got the chapter here. Alright, so people were talking about La Brava and the possibility of La Brava being a Villain Alliance member. Honestly, it depends. It really depends on one critical person, and that is the broker. The broker, I think, is the most critical guy, especially when we start talking about traders, because he's the one that brings everyone to the Villain Alliance. In terms of what makes the Villain Alliance work, the broker is an extreme part of that whole system, right? Because if you think about it, he's the guy that brought in Dobby, he's the guy that brought in Toga. As far as it goes with the villain alliance, because Jacinta's saying that she can't see it. I hope I'm getting this right, but yeah, the most I would see is potentially La Brava communicates with the broker, and maybe the broker would leak things away to the villain alliance. Because La Brava, since she's part of the criminal underground, since she is a hacker, her having connections to the broker in general isn't that far of an idea, isn't that far of a departure for me. And yeah, there is that other aspect. She's too pure to betray Gentle. She loves the guy too much. And like, man, this chapter did a really good job of just painting their relationship. La Brava's not gonna betray Gentle. That said, her associates, it's a question of whether or not she has associates. And actually, interesting thing, the broker himself is, he really doesn't discriminate when it comes to his customers, because if you saw Hero Academia Vigilantes, I think for this past month, the broker was actually helping Knuckle Duster. Like the broker's a black market guy, so really anyone who's playing around the black market, you're gonna be running into this guy. So there is this element of this one character that I don't think we should all sleep on. And truthfully, when I consider who I believe to be the traitor, and I think like to Mei in particular, like Hasume Mei. I missed a few. Okay, let me check the few real quick. I might have missed a few. No, I only have those 3. Are there more? Let me know. But yeah, when it comes back to the broker, and I have a personal theory that it's Hasume Mei that's the traitor, or someone in the support department. But when it comes to the reason I think about that is because Hasume Mei needs parts. She needs stuff. She needs customers to like fund her research. I would say that Mei is likely to go talking to the broker to find customers and get money for her inventions, right? When it comes down just to thinking about like how the support department works, I could easily see them selling technology to the villains, and that could be anyone in the support department. Mei just happens to be the poster girl for the support department. Now the thing is, the villains have already shown that definitely someone in the support business is helping them, because Compress got an arm and the villains got their gear. So definitely there is the traitorous element to the support aspect of heroism. We just don't know where it's centralized. If it's centralized in a private firm, we can't really touch it because we can't see the business side of Hero Academia. But if we're talking just someone in UA, they need money, they can make some cool stuff, they can sell it to the broker can redistribute it to someone else, the broker can like communicate to this person, be like, hey, I need a new arm, I'll give you like 2,000 bucks, they take it, you know. I feel Mei works really well there, especially because her motivations have already been kind of sketchy, right? We saw back in the during the festival that she's willing to use Ida for the sake of her babies. But yeah, let's see what Katie Blaze is saying. She's saying that Mineta or Zero. Yeah, no, those are some interesting things. You know, truthfully, suspecting students, there's a lot of problems suspecting students, because you have to start building the backstory. You have to start thinking about, okay, who are their parents? You got to start thinking about how many things you don't know about the student, because to make it work, you need to not know about the student. And the next thing is, we've seen that background checks. People are really good at background checks in this world. We saw that the villains had all their identities just thrown out there the moment that the police were looking for them. The police were very effective in finding their hideout. That's why when I think about background checks in UA, I think UA has great background checks given the precedent that was set by the rest of the police force. Hannah, on that point, explaining the Mei thing, yeah, that is a full video. I've been working on it. I've been thinking about it. Mei's interesting, but really, her and what's the other guy? The head teacher for the support department, Power Loader or something. He's also as likely. Now let's see. Anything else having to do with with really anyone in the support department could be it. But like really, if you want a good trader, it has to be someone we've seen. It has to be someone that the author can go like, oh, when you didn't see them this one time, this is what they were doing, right? It has to be someone that feels good. Let's see. John's asking, where could the Villains Alliance get money to hire the broker since All for One's out of the picture? It depends on Kurogiri. We don't really know how many assets the guy put away. Kurogiri seems to be like a good babysitter for Shigaraki. And seeing how Kurogiri was given the opportunity to go find Gigantor, whatever his name is, I would totally expect, like, and this is my like really ignorant opinion, All for One, most likely, he has money stashed away in the Cayman Islands, and then Kurogiri can just withdraw that money whenever they need it. That's how I see it. Man, if you rule the criminal underworld, you obviously have money stashed away in the Cayman Islands. That's just naturally how it's going to work. But that's just my opinion on that one. Also, everyone that watching this, and Magnum, because I see that you're here as well. Did you see the Bakugo video that this channel uploaded like the recent day? It was that the video that was designed to get a certain reaction, but I don't think it's working. Anyway, that's it. I think someone earlier asked a question about the possibility of a militarized villain coming in and attacking Hero Academia. A militarized villain, that's interesting. We already got a we didn't get a flashback. We got name drops to those villains that Gentle was talking about. What was his name? Destro? Like they were part of a quirk militia or something. Seeing an aspect of that come back, very interesting. Right now, I feel like Illegals, the Vigilante manga, is the more likely one to actually show a militarized villain, only because Knuckle Duster seems like he has a better look for dealing with a militia. You know what I mean? Knuckle Duster's he's more hardcore. And I feel like he could be the one that's better off dealing with that kind of thing. The Canine Queen saying nah. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so we're talking about the theory that Dabi is Todoroki's older brother. Okay. And H Magnum saying like he didn't expect other people to be talking in it though. Yeah, no, H Magnum, truthfully that video in my head I wanted to make it more elaborate with people talking, but I don't know. I like what ultimately came out, and Hannah was a big part of this too, but I really liked the video that we've worked on. It was pretty cool. I watched it 8 times because I liked how everyone sounded in the video, so I'm pretty proud of it. It's a really nice video, but I'm surprised people liked it as much as they did. And yeah, as for the theory of Dabi being Todoroki's brother, here's the thing. It's the author didn't reveal his full name when everyone else got caught. And so when you're doing things like that and you have the man talking to Todoroki himself, like the author's clearly wanting to do something with it, but I don't know, man. Like, how are you gonna justify this? Like, Endeavor has another illegitimate love child? I don't know. Maybe Endeavor burnt Dabi. I could see that happening, but I don't know. If he actually is the brother, that's just kinda, I find that kind of ridiculous, man. We don't need to have familial relationships going on with everything. Are you ever gonna make a theory video on this? Jacinta, are you talking about the Dabi thing? Because if we're talking about the Dabi thing, I've been waiting. The blue flames that sparked the theory again. Okay. Yeah. The Dabi thing, I'm gonna wait till the anime episode happens for it, and then I'll talk about it then, because then I don't want to spoil people too much. And I realized that when I was talking about the trader theories on the channel, people found that to be spoilery, even though the trader theories existed since USJ. So I want to ignore some of the spoiler complaints, just because like reading a series of comments talking about how this is a spoiler really just gets me down. So that's what I'm thinking. Now we're okay. So I'm seeing that in the chat we're going through the family lines of the Endeavor family. Yeah, I don't know, man. I I don't want to start playing the family game here of trying to figure out where Dobby happened. Let's just hope in manga all of them but Shoto had white hair. Oh, okay, Jacinta's okay. So Jacinta's looking forward. So she wants the Dobby video. Okay, so I'll definitely put down the Dobby video. And actually, it's funny. We're doing another video for the channel right now, and it's going to be featuring a lot of the people that were in the Bakugo video. Just giving you guys spoilers now. And I'm going through their audios right now, and a lot of them had crazy theories for villains. So I might just end up making a crack theory video for the villains, and I'm going to be using their audios in that. So that could be something else that you guys could look forward to. And since they're crack theories, they're really just there for the funnies. They're not really there for any like kind of serious kind of debate or thought. Actually, in terms of debate and thought, let's go to one of the there was a really good comment this week, and I want to praise this person because it was a super good comment. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Let's just go through comments real quick, because this was a really cool comment. And you know, I say really cool comment, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a comment. It's not really like it's cool because the person put a lot of thought into it. They put a thought into it. Let's go find it. Oh man, there's a lot of videos here. Man, so many comments. Guys, you know, like when I started 2 years ago, I only ever got like maybe 3 views on videos. And now all of a sudden here I am having to deal with so many people talking, and it's like, Jesus Christ, why are so many people talking? Got like 10 comments coming in every hour. It's ridiculous. Man, I can't find it. It was such a good one too. Okay, gonna have to do this another way. And you guys are all seeing my analytics right now, but I'm proud in some ways. I'm proud in some ways. I'm just happy that people like it in general. I think it's this one that has it. Hey. Okay, let's kill that. I gotta find this comment because it's a good comment. Where are you? No, that's not who I want. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna keep looking for this thing, but we can talk about other things while this is going on. Oh, Jacinta, thank you. Man, I need to find this damn comment. I gotta load this. I gotta load the page up on another panel so that I can look for it. 1 second. Come on, YouTube, don't screw me over. Anyway, guys, there's another thing that we could. What's it about? What's the comment about? The comment's about. Morals? Is it about morals? No, it's about it's a comment that tries to hope for the goodness in the world, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. But I'm gonna find it because I'll find it. Anyway, I'm gonna keep looking for it. But we'll quickly go through other things. Have you guys seen the Hero Academia movie teaser yet? Because if not, I'm just gonna bring it up. It's somewhere around here. I have it loaded up. Probably on Motron. Nope, that's Tokyo Ghoul. We'll talk about that in a bit. Oh, there it is. Okay. Is it loaded up on the screen here? Okay, so we're just gonna watch it right now. Let's go. I have to keep this. I have to keep the video a little bit small. 世界総人口の約8割が特異体質、個性を持って生まれる超人社会。これは個性がなかった僕が最高のヒーローになるまでの物語だ。僕のヒーローアカデミアザ・ムービー、2人のヒーロー。行こう。Okay, that's the shot. That's the money shot right there. All right, so I paused there for a little bit because I was reading your comments, but yeah, this is the money shot. Now, this is a pretty interesting image of All Might, man. Like, who would have thought you'd ever get to see this? So definitely novel, definitely different, and from what I understand, um, people's reactions are weird, right? Because like even like I'm reading your guys, and your guys are cursed. What is that thing? Cursed image screamed at the eyes. It's weird how we've gotten just used to a sick man's face, and now when we see him healthy, we think it's wrong. Guys, think about that for a second. He's healthy in this shot, and you guys are all just thinking it's creepy. I guess that just says like, you know, maybe All Might got more charismatic when he got damaged. Anyway, the teaser is pretty cool. Shigaraki's grandmother, All Might's master, from Renee. Yeah, if we got to see Nana, well, we don't know what form this is gonna take. You know, right now, when I think about like how this movie's going, how is young All Might gonna show up? Well, it's either someone's gonna rejuvenate him for like the movie, or maybe All Might's gonna show up from the he's gonna show up from the present. No. Like maybe a past All Might time travels to the present. That's how I see it to justify young All Might being in this movie. There's still like one other girl that's gonna be principal in this movie, but we haven't seen anything from her. But yeah, I don't know. We also got to see another pretty cool shot here of let's see, where is it? Where are you? Yeah, a floating city. So I know that Magnum gave us this information last week, but they are going to be in a floating city for this movie. And we also, I think, got information that confirms that this movie is happening out of sequence. Like, it's happening in another summer. And, you know, quotations on that, another summer. Pretty much saying, like, hey, this isn't super serious. Or pretty much saying, like, hey, this isn't going to be canon. That's pretty much what I understand when I hear another summer. It's not canon. Let's see. Going through comments. Anything cool here? No. Anyway, that's my thoughts on like the teaser. What do you guys think about it? Like, you guys are putting in some pretty interesting comments here. It's different and jarring from all that we used to. So that's a good point, Katie. That's a really good point. We don't really know much about him. Let's see, Enebe. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm sorry if I butchered that name. One thing you read is that the blonde girl is going to be the love interest of Izuku. Don't want that. Oh man. No, like, okay. If it's the love interest for Izuku, that's pretty much just how do you say this? It's pretty much just movie tactics, because like it's probably someone in the studio going, guys, if this is gonna work, we need to have a love interest for Izuku. That's how I see it. That's it's just it happens in the shonen movies a bunch of times. It happened in the first Naruto Shippuden movie. They gave Naruto a love interest that would have been okay having his babies. They need the extra little bit of drama, if it's true, of course. That kind of thing. I'm not surprised that it's happening. Okay, Katie's saying that the movie takes place between exams and the summer camp. Okay, Katie, so it all depends on what they mean by another, because the blurb that I saw was another summer. Whenever like they use that kind of language, they're like, they might be saying like, hey, this is kind of out of context. If we have a movie that is, well, if we have a movie that still fits within the story, that would be excellent. But we should be ready for a movie that contradicts some aspects of the story, just because that's how it's worked for all the movies in the past. Like the movies that beat it in that way, or sorry, the series that can beat it that pattern of movies contradicting shit. The Naruto movie, Naruto the Last definitely can beat it, and then the Gintama movies can beat it as well, because Gintama's a parody, so they can like work in the movie into their comic. Um, where was this mentioned, Katie? I'm not super sure, Katie. I think I found the blurb on one of the news sites. It was Crunchyroll or maybe even Moetron. You know what, Katie? What I'm gonna do, once the live stream is over and once I have time later today, I'll make a video specifically for the movie and I'll have that blurb in there. So that way we can confirm what's going on and we can speculate about it on that video, and then I'll make sure to get you the information that you need. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write that down real quick. I'm going to make that video, the Hero Academia movie video. Get it done. And yeah, it'll work out. So yeah, I'll try and get that done. Maybe if I can't get it done today, I'll get it done tomorrow, but it'll be there. Okay, guys, thanks for waiting for me while I was writing that down. Otherwise, for the movie, there's not really anything else, and for the love interest thing, I wouldn't mind about it too much because I don't see it coming back into the show in any which way. I'm cynical. Guys, truth be told, I don't have high expectations for this movie, okay? Like, man, the Shonen Jump movies are hit and miss, right? Like, I'm sorry, I don't have high expectations for it. Let's see. I'm going through more comments here real quick. Man, I need to find this comment. I really want to find it. Oh, I found the comment. I found the damn comment. All right, here we go. This is a good comment. I love it. It's a good comment. Let's get them back in here. Let's get this person. Like, mind you, the comment isn't super it's got simple notions in it, and I just want to give it the attention. All right, here we go. Okay, I don't need an hour of appreciation, Skelly. I don't need that. That's no. All right, so the comment came from Michelle W. All right, and the comment itself, like, I'll just read it out for you. I don't want Izuku to fail. I want the kids to just have a normal festival and just be able to have fun. UA already knows how dangerous it is, but they know how important it is for the kids to be able to live their lives and school to continue on. Just because bad things happen doesn't mean the whole world shuts down or people stop living their lives. They have security, they're not stupid, but they also realize how important the festival is for their students. All right, so the comment itself, it's playing up the emotional aspect of what the students are going through. But if this is the problem, like, the problem is that there's a bigger context here. Like, this first line, I want the kids to have a normal festival and just be able to have fun. To some degree, the kids sacrificed that right when they went to a hero school. Sometimes heroics require sacrifice, and one of the sacrifices to that is being able to be a kid. Here's the reality of the situation. Worst case scenario, you're training these children to be soldiers. Mind you, not soldiers in a war, but soldiers on the street. You're arming these kids with combat capabilities. By the nature of shonen manga, they're going to be caught in fights. They're going to be losing their lives. You're training these kids from the moment that they're about 15, I believe. You're training them for a harsh reality, right? So the first line, you want the kids to be normal, to have a normal festival and be able to have fun. That's a pretty good line. You know, truthfully, we should all want that for the kids because they're kids. But at the same time, on the other side, they disqualified that right when they picked a school that is going to be producing people who are going to be pissing other people off. So you know, the thing with the comment is that there's two things here. This person's playing up the emotional side, whereas there's some real hardcore logistics going in here. Next line, UA already knows how dangerous it is, but they don't know how important they do know how important it is for kids to be able to live their lives and for school to continue on. So here's the next problem. UA already knows how dangerous it is. Actually, UA does not know how dangerous it is by the virtue of the quirk world. The problem with UA is that they're always going to be facing an uphill battle. And this is like a lesson that they try to teach the kids. For instance, when we had the promotion exam, they're okay with the kids giving away their information about their quirks through the sports festival, because chances are when you're a hero, your villain is gonna be, I guess, researching you. So your information is gonna be out there in the public. So you have to be ready to deal with people who know your information, right? UA acknowledges it's always gonna have to fight an uphill battle, and heroes are always gonna have to fight uphill battles. The thing is, UA can't know how dangerous it is because they don't know all the quirks that are in the world. All it takes is one really, really effective quirk, and they might lose their whole system. You just can't predict how complex quirks are. Now, this next part, they know how important it is for kids to be able to live their lives and for school to continue on. Yes, they do know how important that is. And again, the fact that UA wants to give the kids that is really admirable. Here's the next thing. Just because bad things happen doesn't mean the whole world shuts down or people stop living their lives. Okay, so this is the one that really brings it in. Just because bad things happen doesn't mean the whole world shuts down. Yes. And this is something that UA does really well, right? And this is something that heroes should do really well. Even when shit's hitting the fan, I want to see the heroes standing up and fighting whatever shit's coming down on them, right? You want to see that kind of optimism. I want Gentle to break in and make Aerie smile. Yeah, Skelly. Yeah, that's nice. So, just because bad things happen, the issue is, the world won't shut down just because bad things happen, but UA is in a position where they have to be extra careful, because when bad things do happen, they're going to be put through the ringer. Because of the media coverage in My Hero Academia world, anything that UA does is now under a microscope. And the last thing you want is the media to just jump on it. So this is the big issue here. It's true that bad things happening doesn't mean that the whole world shuts down, but if the media caught UA's mistake, they're going to make it seem like that should have been what happened. They're going to make it seem like the kids should have been under bigger and better protection. The problem is the media. The media will destroy UA if anything happens here. And yeah, then they just went in. They have security. They're not stupid. Again, this part can be contested. Their security might not be good enough. But they also realize how important the festival is. Overall, it was a good comment. I really enjoyed it. But it's a comment that, unfortunately, because of the presence of the media and because of how under scrutiny the heroes are, it's an idealistic comment, but it may not be the best approach here. Really, it all comes down to what Gentle said. Is UA acting overconfident right now, right? Is UA overconfident, or are they actually walking the walk? If they are, everything's cool. If they're not, then too bad. That's why I want Gentle to get to the UA doors. UA got lucky that Izuku was outside, but I want to see Gentle in front of the doors and then show me whether or not Gentle can make it. And that'll be pretty cool. Have you seen the 1A school schedule? Lots of math. No, I haven't seen the 1A school schedule. Actually, no. I don't know that. They had art. Oh, that's interesting. Man, where's that information? Demon Cookies asking what's the best site to watch season 3 on. Okay, so people ask me what to watch anime on. I don't usually like saying it because I believe that if you're going to be a pirate, you better be clever as a pirate, right? So I don't like giving out how to be a pirate just because you can figure it out. But other people in the comments will point it out and, you know, use their comments. Thankfully, there's other people in the comments. Okay, so that's Hero Academia. I wanted to talk real quick about Fairy Tail because there's another YouTube channel that I look at sometimes, and they were saying some stuff, or they had like they used a really interesting title. I'm just looking at Tokyosaurus here. The thing here is like this one right here. Official Fairy Tail sequel is confirmed. I'm just bringing that out here because this title might not be correct. It might not be correct because so this is for Fairy Tail fans. And also someone here is saying support the industry. Naturally, I agree with that. Support the industry. Like if you have the money to spend stuff, support it. Buy the manga volumes. Don't bother buying a Blu-ray, like unless you really want it. I think that's a bit too expensive for the cost. But support the manga volumes. Buy light novels. I agree with that. And do your research on what is able to actually support the industry. Is what I would say. Anyway. Back to the Fairy Tail thing. So if there's any Fairy Tail fans, the final season of Fairy Tail is going to be coming up on fall 2018. And the other thing is, like the Tokyosaurus video is saying that it's an official Fairy Tail sequel is confirmed. That's not the case. We don't know what it is. We only know that the guy is having his... We only know that the guy is launching a new work on June 27th. So whatever this man is creating, we're going to be seeing it on June 27th. I don't think it's going to be a Fairy Tail sequel. And the other thing is we have some information from him about what it might be. And for guys that don't know, this is Hiro Mashima. He's the creator of Fairy Tail. The things that we know about his next work is going to be a new form of fantasy. Jokes are going to be quite a challenge, and Plu's going to make an appearance. He's the mascot for the Fairy Tail series and all that kind of shit. What's a good site to buy the novels and light novels? Jacinta. Okay, so here's the thing. I used to live in an area that didn't really get the volume, so I use Amazon. Yen Press does a lot of the adaptations or the publishing for light novels, so I would go to Yen Press and see how they sell it. But I think buying from Amazon is safe enough because Amazon's diverting the money over to the guys that are selling it in the first place. So I think buying from Amazon is safe. It's just the thing is, if you don't like Amazon as a company, then you got to put in a little bit more effort. Probably look at like the stores that are competing with Amazon. Even if you want to get more local, you could go and try and support your local comic book shop. But again, the convenience of Amazon, let's face it, Amazon's the superior option most times, and they have more incentives to make you want to try and buy it there. So for what is Rave Master? Someone's asking what is Rave Master? Okay, Rave Master was one of his... So the Fairy Tail author had he had a series before Fairy Tail. It was called Rave Master. So that's what it is. It's just another fantasy series. Anyway, I don't think we're getting a Fairy Tail sequel, but it was just a bit of news that popped up, and I think it's just a bit... I think it's just people are getting a bit too excited about Fairy Tail. Oh, is Hannah leaving? Okay, cool. Anyway, let's see. Other news here. Oh yeah, no, actually one note on the Fairy Tail thing. The Fairy Tail anime has a habit of fixing the manga. So I'm totally expecting to see a lot of anime original content for the final season. If there's any Fairy Tail fans, I think keeping an eye on it is cool. Just to know what's going on with the world. Anyway, another thing I wanted to cover real quick, everyone, was did anyone watch Tokyo Ghoul Ray, or is anyone interested in Tokyo Ghoul Ray in general? Let me know down below, and if anyone has any other little things that they want to point out in the video or in the live stream, just let me know, and I'll read it out. And And yeah, we'll see what's going on. I'm just reading up some other little notes here. Okay, so I'm getting the comments in now. We have people saying it's disgusting. We have the Canine Queen saying like they haven't watched it. Too gory. Yes, it is. Oh, okay. Hannah's not leaving. We have Jacinta's into Tokyo Ghoul Ray. Not really, but I want to read it. Bakugo a good hero from Fem. Okay, we'll answer the question of is Bakugo a good hero in a second. Okay, so Tokyo Ghoul Ray, because there's a few people talking here and they're asking about if it's good. Alright, man, look, I think Tokyo Ghoul gets overblown a little bit because I think that in some aspects it's a bit too much. But it's still a solid series. I'm just gonna draw up the Let's Build Fighters. There we go. Alright, so I haven't read the manga, but I have read spoilers when the second season ended. If I haven't read those, I'd been very confused. I probably wouldn't have watched it. Okay, fair. Yeah, for Tokyo Ghoul Ray, you definitely have to have an understanding of what happened in the first season because everything is built off of that. I watched it this week. My opinions on Tokyo Ghoul, I watch it with about the same amount of how do I say it? I watch it with the same kind of expectations that I would sit down to watch Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon with. That's not fair. That's not fair to say, but that's my excitement level for Tokyo Ghoul most times. It's a novelty. If it's there and I have time to watch it or read it, I'll read it. That said, I do know some of the ways that the community reacts around Tokyo Ghoul, and I do know like how Tokyo Ghoul plays it. It's a hardcore tragedy. It's just bad things happening a lot of times. I overall enjoy it, but it's not one of my favorites. And then I also struggle a lot with reading it because the art is really out of control for me. But that's why I go and I listen to Chibi reviews whenever he does a breakdown on it, because Chibi's probably the most into it among the anime YouTubers, and he does things. He puts in more effort into it. Is it like Darker Than Black, Tokyo? No, it's not like Darker Than Black. Darker Than Black is much more idealistic. Tokyo Ghoul is it's just gonna be problems. It's tragedy all the time. Like the author's trick is to just make you care about characters and then he kills them. That's his trick. Guys, 1 second. I may have to leave I may have to step away for a few moments in a little bit, but yeah. Anyway, I watched the first episode of Tokyo Ghoul Ray, and it's pretty. It's a really pretty. The first episode isn't gory, but I assume it's gonna happen more often. And yeah, it's interesting. I think the first episode though, Chibi reviews. Let me just put his channel name here. He's just another guy that covers anime and manga on YouTube. And yeah, the soundtrack is nice. Anyway, I saw Tokyo Ghoul Ray. I think it's adapting at a really fast pace. I think if you're into gore, if you're into tragedy, if you're into tragics, I think you can definitely come here and check it out. Check out the first 2 episodes, see if you like it. The thing is, it covered 6 mangas in that first run, so you're getting a good chunk of material for that first episode. And so let's leave Tokyo Ghoul alone because people are talking about Bakugo, and I'll be right back. Just give me a second. Let's put something. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, just had to let Kara in because oh, don't miss me. Jeez. All right. Yeah, it's been 1 second. Like, all right. But that's thank you very much. So going back to the question about Bakugo, is Bakugo a good hero? All right. Okay, so Hannah's in the stream. And Hannah and I, like, we talked about Bakugo's narcissism, and like that's if I was gonna talk about something, I was I would point out like Bakugo's narcissistic tendencies. But Hannah's right. Bakugo's getting more mature. It's just Bakugo is the kind of person that you have to make fail hard. He has to fail hard before he starts reflecting. Hera X Trip. No, Hannah. Let's not start that. Let's not start that. Anyway, yeah, Bakugo. In technicality, Bakugo isn't a good hero right now. I think he did much better once he was interacting with the kids, but I don't think Bakugo's a good hero because he has antisocial characteristics in his behavior. So as long as those antisocial characteristics are there, it's not really a great look for the kid. Okay, now people are just asking questions. Do you think Mirio will get his quirk back? Yeah, it's a matter of time. I totally see okay, here's the problem with Gentle in the series right now. I don't think Gentle is the kind of person who could warrant Eri activating her quirk during this arc. And so it makes it really difficult because really Gentle doesn't inspire that much danger. And the reason I'm talking about this is because danger is going to be what's required to make Eri give Mirio back his quirk in this particular arc. Whereas right now, the way things are going, I see Gentle potentially getting stopped by Izuku and the arc actually just going off without a hitch. And man, if we actually go and we just have a full slice of life arc when Gentle is repelled by Izuku, I will applaud that, because that would be just like, okay, that's respect. I respect it. I would respect it. So why are you so mean? Poor Gentle. Just Gentle's too gentle. All right, like he's too nice. Anyway, back to the question of Mirio getting back his quirk. If there was a legitimate threat, I think Mirio could get back his quirk for this arc. If not, it's going to be later in the future. Why are you... Yeah, poor Gentle. Anyway. So Hannah is saying that he's a good hero in sense of taking down villains and determination, but not in rescuing, which is why I want. Yeah, no, Hannah, I agree with that. The thing with Bakugo as well is it's unfortunate that you have him being a combat specialized hero as he is right now, because heroics isn't just about beating up people. It is about saving people, right? It's not about fighting, it's about saving. So once he gets that lesson in his head, I think it'll be fine. But for now, he's not the kind of person that would just jump up in the hero rankings the way he is. What's the best quirk that we know of? From Mao, you're just asking a lot of questions, but that's all right. And then Magnum saying that he's hoping for the quirk to come back to, yeah, 2 chapters later. That'd be cool. Or 2 arcs later, yeah. So what's the best quirk we know of? Todoroki's or definitely Skelly all for one, because that quirk lets you have all the other quirks if you just research, I guess. But otherwise, we have people like Shizaki. That's a pretty great quirk. And yes, Jacinta, I agree. He could learn from Momo, Tsuyu, or Uraraka. I do think Tsuyu's the most likely to actually be able to help him. The way that the author like sets it up, I think Tsuyu's the most likely, because right now Tsuyu's being tethered to Ochako to make sure that she can get some screen time. If she gets tethered to Bakugo instead, I think that would be more worthwhile for the character. And then, oh, sorry, H Magnum. Yeah. I get what you're saying, H. I get that you're saying that it's better if Mirio has it for it's better if Mirio doesn't have it for longer. Just because it makes the loss more apparent. That's how I would interpret that. Okay, let's see. As for, but anyway, back to the quirk. Best quirk right now, honestly, Shizaki's. I think Shizaki's quirk is pretty up there because his allows you to destroy and create to some degree. Because like that secondary aspect of his quirk, that after he destroys something, he can rebuild it. That's pretty powerful. So, and the thing is, he can do it very easily. So I think his quirk is definitely in the top 5 for best quirks we've seen so far. I think about Momo's quirk, and Momo's quirk it's not user friendly. It requires a very special person to be able to use that quirk to its full degree. So that one, I would say, not one of the best quirks to have. But as for my favorite quirk, I like Momo's quirk. Momo's and Tokoyami's quirks I find the most interesting, so I love them the most. Okay, what good is a hero who saves you but lets the villain get away to cause more problems? Likewise, what good? Um, Hannah, you're putting in a really good point there. What good is a hero who saves you but lets the villain get away to cause more problems? Likewise, what good is a hero who takes down the villain only after they've killed 10 people? Okay, so here is where the problem becomes a thing and why All Might was such a big deal. All Might is probably the only person who can get away with minimal sacrifices when he's in his prime. But when you look at every other hero, heroes have to make sacrifices. It's gonna happen. Um, so when you're saying like what good is a hero who takes down villains only after they've killed like 10 people, that's probably the best person you had at that moment in time. That hero, like, you have to think of heroes not as like the salvation, but as damage control. Especially when you're getting into lower ranking hero, they are damage control. The point here is like, you know, you want people who can make a bad situation a little bit better, because really the only person that can go about doing things without sacrificing shit is All Might. Endeavor can't do it. We've already seen Endeavor just falls apart when it comes to the being nice to people area. Likewise, when you have someone like Suyu is not suited to fighting people. You want her out there in flood zones. So unfortunately, that's what ends up happening. Because you don't have perfect people like All Might, you have to make sacrifices, and you have to just try and resource manage and put people as best as you can match them with their abilities. And so I think the way I could think about this, when it comes to the hero rankings, the top 10 heroes, I think the higher you are in that ranking, the more likely you are to actually be able to, let's say, the more likely you are to actually be able to not make sacrifices. So, you know, All Might being number 1 is because he's the most likely person to be able to save everyone and take down the villain. And okay, I'm sorry if I missed any point there, Hannah, but I'm not like shooting you down. I think you brought up a really good point, but it's just now that's just the real world logistics here. Or not the real world logistics, but that's just like the fantasy world logistics. Femi is asking, how strong is Eraserhead? Eraserhead isn't strong, he's tactical. He has a unique arsenal. He has a unique ability. He has, for some reason, tape that can be controlled with his mind. Eraserhead works in controlled situations. But unfortunately, he's not in top 10 heroes because he's just not equipped to be able to handle extreme circumstances. Anyway, that was a good conversation. I really like that point, Hannah. I think that was a really good point. Let's see. Let me go through my notes here if we had any other things that we had to do. Oh, there's gonna be possibly a podcast tomorrow talking about maybe the Hero Academia thing. I think it's gonna be at nighttime. I'll put up a video to like confirm tomorrow, but we'll see. Oh, in Hero Academia, does only Japan have heroes? No. Illegals confirmed, or Vigilante confirmed. There are heroes everywhere, and I believe Heroic started in Rhode Island. Oh, Golden Dragon 101, welcome. Actually, we're gonna we're gonna start closing up here pretty soon because I have to go deal with Karen's shit. But don't look at me like that, Karen. I'm using you as an excuse. You should be happy. Do I stream like this every Friday? Yeah, I try. I didn't think I was gonna do it today, but there was cool news, and yeah, so I try for Fridays. I think what I'll be doing now is that I'll make the Hero Academia impressions video. I'll confirm if I'll live stream in that video, and then we'll do the live stream. So that's the information for everyone that wants to know about the live streams. What do you think about La Brava Ex Minetta? Oh, I find it funny. There's yeah, no, cause yeah, there's a person on the Discord server who needs more help promoting that ship. So yeah, I think it's funny. I think it's a crack pairing for sure. Oh, Golden Dragon. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad you're here too. Let's see. Are there any Gundam fans in the watching group right now? Are any of you guys Gundam fans? Any at all? But anyway, let's see what other people are saying here. Okay, so there are Gundam fans and there's someone Jacinta's asking about what do you think about all the fan art, fan fiction about Villain Deku. I'll answer that one after quickly touching on Gundam. So the reason I'm asking about Gundam is because I'm a giant Gundam fan, and I especially like the Double O Gundam. So I found out that the new build series is making. Oh, that's funny, K9 Queen. That's funny. But anyway, yeah, I found out the new build series is doing the Double O Gundam. So I watched this first episode with Kara, and yeah, the fight scenes are cool, but the episodes are at the level of like say a Pokemon anime. So if in case anyone was wondering about like the Gundam Build Fighters series, like or the Gundam Build, yeah, that's what I'm thinking so far here. I really like the Double O Gundam, so I'll probably like be watching it for the fight scenes, but I thought it was more than just little kids, but oh well. Double O or terrorist? Yes, yes. All right, so back to answering questions here, real quick. Let's see. What do I think about all the fan art and fan fiction about Villain Deku? I think that is funny. I think like if we were playing like Western comics and the influence it might have on Hero Academia, you know, like the Western comics, they always play with the idea of like evil Superman, evil Batman, evil whoever. So, you know, I see where it's coming from, and if Hero Academia ever did like an evil version of Deku, like maybe there's a guy with a quirk that turns people into their opposite alignments, pretty much, into their opposite personality. I think that'd be cool. As for Villain Deku, we all know that it's coming out because of the author having that one sketch that made Izuku look really, really scary. I do think that one sketch did help grease the wheels for making that phenomena more possible. And K9 Queen, you're not the only Danganronpa fan, man. Like when Danganronpa the final season came out, or the Hope's Peak, and what was the last one? Future Arc. Future Arc. When Future Arc came out, I was pretty excited, man. That was pretty cool. I don't recommend the Danganronpa anime series for everyone though, but you know, it's a cool show and it's a cool game for sure. Femi's asking, will Deku's child have fire breathing? Um, yes, possibly, maybe. I think quirks can skip a generation and still. Actually, we need to know if quirks can skip a generation. Like when we're talking about hereditary traits, some traits can skip generations in manifesting themselves. I think that happens for hair color. But I don't know if Skelly's still there. If Skelly knows anything about genetics, if he could answer that question, that'd be cool. Um, let's see here. Other things. There's a lot of ships. There's a lot of people shipping the Bakugo Deku. Yeah, there's a lot of people shipping that. Yep. Speaking of that, opinions on prototype characters. I think the prototype characters are hilarious, and I think it's also hilarious how much the author loves villainous designs. I found that to be one of the funniest things as I was looking for information about Hero Academia, because like villain Ida, villain Izuku, they have funny designs. All right, and now we're asking, do you think Izuku's father is going to be important or something? Let's call it. It's a Q&A. We're in a Q&A now. Do I think Izuku's dad is all for one? Okay, I don't think Izuku's dad is going to be important. I'm just going to put it out there. That's my camp. I doubt it. I severely doubt it. I think the author doesn't care about the guy, and so I think. Oh, someone subscribed. What did they? Oh, I don't know. Oh no, yeah, someone subscribed. Cool. Anyway, 8 hours left. Ooh, till the season premiere. Anyway, yeah. I don't think he's anyone important. But if Izuku is all for one's kid, I'll just be like, all right, yeah, cool. That's neat. I see all the story plots, all the parallels going in here. Okay, someone else just subscribed, and it's Femi. Okay, thank you, Femi. I don't know if you were subscribed before, but you popped up on the stream now. How do I feel about Eraserhead and Midnight? Man, people on the Discord server really go for it. I haven't put any thought into Eraserhead and Midnight, just because. Actually, no, they do interact enough. They do interact enough that you could make a video about it. Shit. But then again, I agree with Skelly. Eraserhead is for Miss Joke. Anyway, back to like Izuku's dad being all for one. I think it would be hilarious, but I think there's also like a lot of potential for sadness there, because Izuku's mom is a pretty big victim in the whole Izuku doesn't have a quirk thing. And so I'd want to see how those two behave. Anyway. Okay. I think Miss Joke's quirk is I think it's laughing gas. I think she makes people laugh. Yeah. Okay, so guys, it's been an hour. I think I'm gonna call it there. Thank you all for watching. Let's do like the last 5 minutes. Anyone else that wants to say anything, say it now. Okay, Jacinta is asking about, does anyone know what the deal is between prototype Uraraka and prototype Mount Lady? Okay, so what happened was one of the two was originally created, and then I think maybe Ochako's role, she had Mount Lady's quirk, but the author found that quirk wasn't suited for a girl going through high school at that point, so she gave away the quirk to Mount Lady and gave Ochako the other one. And yeah, Hannah, I do agree. There is something to be liked about when it comes to the angst. And cool. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Hannah. I hope you have a good day too. And yeah, I guess Ida X May. How does it make you feel? I know there's supporters for it. I want to see more about it. Okay. But everyone's saying bye now, so I guess I'll say bye as well. So next week we'll do this again, unless I have horrible circumstances. But yeah. Okay, gonna call it there. Thanks so much for joining. I'll see you guys next week or tomorrow, depending on when we do it. But thanks so much for watching. Till next time.